Hello everybody, it's Shonen14 here. So today, I just wanted to do this video while I am sick, so forgive me if I cough or lose my voice from time to time. I'm not going to be editing this at all. I just wanted to show you that I bought a package, and it finally arrived today, and it is the Sonic the Hedgehog IDW Volumes 1 to 3 collection in paperback. So, I was talking with a friend who I've been friend on DeviantArt for years, and we even talked on the DS at the time. She's a massive Sonic fan, and you can quote her by, and she may by heart tell you events of what happened in the games, cartoons, and even the old Archie comics. And when the Archie comics was over, I might talk about it a bit more later, I kind of got burnt out after the Genesis incident, and when the IDW comics, I thought, yeah, they were alright, but it lost all the personality and the creativity. So, first 4 issues, and that was it for me. Now, years and years later, a friend talked to me again, and she was talking about the IDW comics. I'm like, yeah, no. And I remembered my other friend from years ago mentioned that he was reading them, and I thought, you know what? I really should really give this a chance. So, looked online, saw this on Amazon. It was actually on offer. It was only about £27. So I bought it. So here is the artwork. And so most of the original artists came back years and years ago. That was Tracy Yardley and then Ian Flynn, who was the writer, and other artists. And so this one, it contains the paperbacks. Not in this order because I reinserted it myself as I was looking. So here's the front cover. Pretty nice artwork. And then here's the back. And I don't know if you can read that, if the quality as well. Oh, let me just do this. There we go. So you can pause that. And so now, let's just open it. And here we go. Let's move that away. So here you go. These are the paperback, as we say in the UK. Hopefully, that's how it is in American comics too. Of the first issues, which has, so this is basically where you're gonna start. Let me just pull these back a bit more. You can actually, well, somewhat see the titles: Fallout, Bait of Eggman, and Battle for Angel Island. You know what? Let me just do this. It's simpler. So okay, this is the first one you're gonna start with, and it has the first 4 issues in, and likewise 4 issues here, and then 4 issues here. So this is where you want to start with, and we're going to open up. As you can see, here's the credits of them. Then Ian Flynn, Tracy Yardley, and here's some of the artwork. Covers. I actually have this cover. This was cover B, which it must be the standard one, but yeah. And there's all the different characters. There's Blaze the cat, and I believe this is an original character, which is always nice. And here's the back if you want to see that. And so that's just basically it. This is a fantastic way, in my opinion, if you want to get started with Sonic the Hedgehog comic books, is to get these. You can buy a similar thing, which is a hardcover, which basically has all of these into one hardcover. Last time I saw it was about $40 something, and appealing, but I'm never a fan of hardcovers. I like these kind of issues where it's just like nice, easy to carry, and lightweight and stuff. And so I did this video because, and I wanted to inform everyone who's ever interested to try and get something like these, because I never really saw any. You could type this Sonic the Hedgehog IDW, like Volume 1 free or something, or Volume Collection, and you're probably going to see a video of a guy who has something like this, but it has like thin comic books inside and one extra with a sketch cover which is blank, so people can draw on it with the Sonic emblem on it. And I am aware that this was like 8 years ago, that video, 6 to 8 years ago, that video. and a lot of things have changed now, and they've made more paperbacks. I mean, you can buy these individually, I believe, but if this was on offer, on a deal, so highly recommend it. But yeah, other than that, that is what I want to talk about, and I just want to say something at the end. I have been a Sonic comic book fan of the American series, because we did have one in the UK called Sonic Comic, which I never personally read, maybe one or two, but I don't really remember it that much, and it wasn't that good, to be honest. And then there was the American version, because I remember seeing it. I'm not aware how. It was either on YouTube back in like 2005 or 6 or somewhere on some sort of comic. Yeah, it must have been on YouTube. And I remember my uncle went to a comic shop called Travelling Man. So I went in and said, "Oh, do you have the Sonic comic?" They were like, "No." And I was like, "Could I please get the Sonic comic?" And I remember going in to town almost every day to ask them about it. And I kind of given up hope. And then my very first issue of Sonic the Hedgehog, issue 175, oh my god. When I saw it, I was like, my heart was beating when they're saying, "Oh yeah, we actually have it," and they handed me the comic, and then you see this image of Eggman holding Sonic up in chains, and I was like, what the hell? What's happened? Open it up, I'm like, oh my god, this is the most American thing I have in my hands right now, and it must be the greatest thing I've ever read. And what a way to start, with no context at all. And that's what started it, and then my uncle saw me getting interested in it, so he bought me all the issues up until the IDW issues 1 to 4. He even got me the magazines when he found them, he got me the Sonic Archive, the Sonic Selects, and he got me some of the paperbacks of the collector's stuff. Man, it was absolutely fantastic. But after the Genesis event, I kind of dropped off because there's this whole incident with Kenny Penders, who, I'm just going to say this, for all the he has brought good creative ideas, and I appreciate that, and giving some depth and uniqueness to the Archie comics, which I've always loved. But I don't think I was really around, or he must have not been part of it for a while, because he caused a lot of trouble for Sega. A lot of trouble for Sega. And while he isn't the sole reason of the breakup, he was one of the major reasons for the breakup of Archie and Sega, because they were always going to break apart. That was the thing when I was looking it up. But I think Kenny Penders, or whatever the fuck his name is, Penders accelerated the breakup. Like, he really did. Because I think he sued them, or Archie, or whatever, like, not long after when they stopped doing the Archie series. And I was like, yeah, well, let's just end it, stop it. And so they cancelled all the archives, they cancelled Selects, they cancelled any upcoming projects they had together, just out of the blue. Because it was already planned and be ready to get done. But yeah, I think because Archie did say we're more interested in trying to deviate away from this and get back to what they did in their Archie series. But I feel like the relationship could have lasted a little longer and they could have finished off anything, but yeah, everything just blew up. And it's such a tragedy because it was an amazing series. And I just wish Penders and his fucking ego didn't fuck everything over. But oh well. What do I know? I'm just a consumer. But that's my stance on it. So, I never really gave these a chance that they deserve because I was like, the Archie series meant so much to me. And this had like, none of Sally Akon wasn't there. And such. And all these cool things that happened. There's no Mobius because it's like, they have strict mandates to follow. There's no name of the planet, it's forbidden. Sonic can't have any parents, or the major characters get parents. These two cannot have relationships at all, which just sucks, because it gave them depth. I mean, original characters can, but these guys can't here. Which sucks. But I heard these were actually pretty good, so I'm going to give them a chance. And I hope you guys, with this, buy this, because again, as I said before, this is the first time I've really seen it, and I haven't really seen a YouTube video that's covered it. If it has, please let me know, because those videos from like 6 to 8 years ago. And I highly recommend this if you want to get into the Sonic IDW comic series. Yep, that's all for me. I hope you liked the actual look of them and see what you're getting. And I think it's good for your money's worth. Until next time, take care.